Alright, how's everybody doing? Let's have a look and see how well this works. Shit. Every treasure on earth to be young at heart. Look at all you derive at being alive. This is the best part. You'll have a head start if you are among the very young at heart. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Toys in every store. But the prettiest sight you'll see is the carol that will be on your own front door. So I would normally be streaming on Twitch, and normally I'd be doing it at night in particular. Sometimes I do it late at night, just depends on my mindset, how I'm feeling. But normally I would be doing it on that particular service. But unfortunately I've been suspended for 7 days because, you know, well... yeah, let's just say it's not actually my fault per se. Some dickhead being a bastard about it. Like, somebody gave me some... They posted a link on my chat. Now, it wasn't the fact that the link was... It was more the fact that I clicked on the link because I assumed it was safe. So, yeah. Anyway. I'd normally be doing that anyway, but... I'd normally be streaming on Twitch, but eventually when I get over my 7 days of suspension, I will be going back on Twitch. But I'll also be coming probably back on YouTube as well, because I want to do periodic stuff on YouTube. I just haven't been doing a lot of late. So what I might do is just change some of this stuff around. Let's have a look. Gaming talk shows. Let me change some of the titles. Gaming talk shows, chilling with your fave nerd, IT nerd. Chilling, chatting, talking, chilling, chatting. Pricing, IT items, eBay. What else is there? eBay. Gaming PCs. Okay, that should be alright. Yep, I'll just save that anyway. Now, normally I would do song requests, but this is my point. I can't really do song requests on this, but I can do it on Twitch. Unfortunately, there's a big gap between that, especially when you do song requests or something across, say, for example, Twitch. Twitch has not a real big issue with you doing song requests, because it's just typical of most Twitch streamers doing it, and it's just something that seems to happen commonly. But I do have a big issue, unfortunately, with YouTube, because every single freaking time you put on music, or any type of music, they pretty much hang you out to dry. I'm like, fuck, that's wonderful. So basically, I can listen to music, but I have to listen to music on my phone where nobody else can hear it, and it's kind of frustrating, because I like other people to listen to music as well. And it kind of gets frustrating when you're trying to listen to music and do other stuff. But I mean, the other annoying part is you can get trolled a lot on... Unfortunately, you can get trolled a lot on Twitch, but not too bad, considering, so yeah. Fuck me. So I'm kind of pissed. I'm more than kind of pissed. I'm kind of like just want to strangle a few people along those lines anyway, but fuck me. There's not really much I can do about the fact that... Well, I mean, I can appeal it, but the other side of it too is that content did come onto my channel. So I could try and appeal it, whether they would believe the situation or not, or whether they would ultimately have issues with it or whatever, yeah, it's sort of... That's the problem. So yeah, that's kind of the issue with me trying to appeal against it. Mainly is because, yeah, I think they'd probably just throw me out to pasture, probably, most likely, at this point. So I do apologise, and it kind of seems to be a bit blurry. I'll be right back. I'm just going to get a cloth so I can wipe that off. Didn't realise there was a fingerprint smudge on there. Talking about hey now, I go away, Chacanofino, I go away, Chacanofino. Admittedly, I haven't been to sleep yet, so it's probably a little bit to do with the fact that I'm a bit cranky today. I think I have every right to be cranky though, with some of the shit that I've had to deal with. That's better. Some of the shit I've had to deal with lately, I mean, aside from my doctor's diagnosis of me and, aside from just shit falling apart sometimes and not working the way you expect it to, let's take some examples of the last few weeks. Firstly, my headset broke. So, basically my headset was busted and I had to buy a new one. So I had to budget for that, which was kind of annoying. I bought a less expensive headset, which was about $59, which the price wasn't too bad and the headset wasn't too bad overall. I can't complain about it too much. I mean, it's a pretty good headset so far, and even though I spent less money on it, I still feel it's got the same premium quality mix as my last ones. So, yeah, it's fine. What else has been happening in my life lately? Aside from the stupid fact of my stupid health diagnosis stuff going on, which, to be honest, I had been going off my vitamin pills a bit, so I think that's part of the reason that I started to sort of have these cholesterol problems and these other problems that I did have in offhand. Aside from that, and that's part and parcel of getting older. As you get older, your health does decline. It's just part of life, unfortunately. You can't do much about it. But I've also learned, aside from the factor of my health, I mean, there's other things in my life, whether it's trying to get things going or whatever, or just trying to get things in the right direction. I mean, to be honest, I'm trying my best with my business stuff. And for a long time, my business was going reasonably well most of the time. I'd have my slow periods where I'd have 3 or 4, 5 people in a week. My fast periods where I'd have 3, 4, 5, maybe 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 people at maximum in a week. And then it just started to decline. It was very frustrating. Just very frustrating to sort of get... Well, I mean, I don't think it's the fact that there's not as many people coming through, but I wasn't getting as many emails, wasn't getting as much stuff and things like that. And it was just rather frustrating. It was kind of annoying. YouTube stopped monetization of my videos for a while. What? Fucking serious? What the fuck is going on here? Video output low. Oh, for fuck's sake. I never had this fucking problem on Twitch. Are you serious? Fucking cockhead. I should probably up that a bit. Hold on a fucking moment, because this is manually set. I think this is manually set, so I have to restart this fucking stream. Cockhead, fuckwit, dumbass. Let me just put this up a bit. Fucking wrong way, cunt. Are you fucking serious? Fuck you, you cunt. Go up. Fuck ya. Ya fucking cock-faced bastard asshole. Why the fuck? Oh, you fucking ass! Fucking piece of useless cunt shit. Are you fucking serious? Fine then, I'll manually type that cunt in, you fuckwit bastard asshole cunt face fuck. Dickhead! Fuck ya! Fucking useless cunt face prick fuck. Fucking ass cunt fuck! Dickhead tiddly fuck bitch! There we go, that's much better. Alright. I had to adjust that manually. Fucking stupid fucking cunt face fucking asshole prick. There we go. 6,000. It's on software streaming. Okay, why is this on software streaming when it should be on hardware streaming? Fucking kidding me. Fucking kidding me. Are you serious? So I'm gonna have to restart this, I think. Right, there we fucking go, cockbag. Fuck me fucking sideways. So I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? Yeah, it's alright. No, I had to manually adjust that. That was fucking rude. Now, the weird part about that, though, is... what settings am I running off? I've got it streaming off my encoder. I'm using a hardware encoder for my NVIDIA card. And I'm using 6,000 video binary. Which is what I should expect out of it. It's kind of fucking weird the fucking way I was doing it before. It's kind of been a fucking pain in the ass. Okay, sorry about that. It's fucking been an absolute pain in the rancid arsehole. Okay, start update. Yeah, like I said, that was fucking frustrating to be truthful. I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? Don't mind me while I develop a temporary form of fucking Tourette's working on computers. Because I fucking totally do. Excuse me. Ah, fuck. Yeah. I'm slightly tired at the moment because I don't actually haven't been to bed yet. That's alright, I'll stream on YouTube for now. I'm just waiting for this stupid thing to update. And it's all green, yay, see? A fucking few little adjustments on the fucking encoder and we're good. We're perfectly fine. I'm like, what the fuck? Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Audio encoding part. Output scale resolution is 24. Yeah, that's cool. This is 60 frames per second. That's perfect. That's actually what I wanted. Now, the question that I ask is, what is this appearing in? Yeah, 1440p, 60 Hz. Beautiful. That's exactly what I wanted. That's exactly the resolution I wanted the fucking thing on in the first place. I understand why it wasn't in that resolution or originally, or why it was being a pain in the ass, but I guess it's just going to happen from time to time. Guess it's going to fucking happen. It's better. Now we're cooking with gas. That's much better. Much fucking better. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Could be something really, really quite atrocious. Talking about hey now, Echo, honey. Yeah, that's much better. Okay, now we're cooking with gas. So anyway, I'll go back to my webcam screen. So I do apologise. I am a bit tired at the moment, so if I got a little bit cranky, that was just the reason I got cranky. But I also, when I'm working on computers and something doesn't fucking work the fucking way I expect it to. You know what? I think I'm entitled to get a little pissed off sometimes with some things. Just because of the fucking way they don't work properly. Or they just, things fuck up for no fucking logical reason. It's like, what the fuck? You know, it's like, what the fuck did I do to you? Like, fuck off, cunt. My flag boy and your flag boy sitting by the fire. Like, see, the funny part is somebody, I think it was on one of the streams I was on before, and the weird part is he turns around and says to me, it's like, oh, you seem depressed. I'm not fucking depressed, you dumbass. I was fucking drunk aside from that. I mean, that was the first part of it. I was fucking drunk. I mean, at the end of it, I wasn't really depressed. I was just like, you know, I was probably slurring my words a bit, and it was like all over the place and stuff like that. Like, what the fuck? Okay, firstly, that's not depression. That's being drunk. If you don't know what the fucking hell drunk is, then yeah, okay, whatever. I'm not here to be a fucking babysitter if you get my fucking point anyway, but it's fucking stupid. I just sat there and I'm like, seriously, and it's just, it really sort of made me scratch my head in all honesty. Shit. Oh well. I am tired at the moment, so to be truthful. I mean, I've been up since... I was up till... I woke up about probably 9:30 last night, and I was up till now. So yeah, I've been up since then. So at some point I'm probably going to go to sleep during the day anyway. That's if I don't end up being cranky anyway. But I'm not going to really cranky. We'll see how I don't know. I mean, I'm not overly cranky at the moment. I'm not too bad. I just sort of woke up last night. I took my usual cholesterol pill. I took my usual fucking meds for my diabetes stuff, and just like I was like, eh. Oh, fuck me. Okay, that reminds me. I'm gonna take my other herbal meds. So I might take some of those. I haven't taken those today. A vitamin pill too. Oh, la 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 la. My flag boy, your flag boy. Fuck, did I put Oh, seriously? That is fucking frustrating. Talking about hey now. So what I might do is grab a bit of cordial out of here. Don't worry, it's low sugar stuff. I honestly think having a little bit of sugar is okay. As long as you don't overdo it. Where the fuck did I put some? Oh, there it is. I'm gonna take my pills. Old McPilly had a farm. Yo, shit and cunt and fucking titty licking whore fuck. I don't want to drop fucking shit. Titty licking whore fuck. There we go. Nice. There we go, spell. Okay. That's better. That's better. Much better. Right, that's better. So I've taken those, a couple of that stuff anyway. Let's see. Alright, I might turn my conditioner on for a bit. It's back in there. And do the wonderful things he does. La, 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 la. We're off to see the Twizzard. The wonderful Twizzard of Oz. Twizzard. Oh, right up the table, that's it. What the fuck? Another pillow to take. That's better. But yeah, no. So when I went to my doctor, I was what was I? I was 134, and I went down to 131.5. So I'd actually lost a few kilos, so I can't complain too much there. It's off to see the wizard. So yeah, so from that suspension, which obviously pissed me off to no end. I can't really do much about that at the moment. At the moment, I'm just trying to get my artwork done. Well, it's not me who's doing it, it's actually somebody else who's doing it for me, so I've just prompted them and emailed them and just seeing how they're doing with it. Just to see if things are good with them. Sometimes the world's full of shitty people. What? It's so fucking true. The world's full of shitty people. There's nothing to it. I don't know, I was trying to make a song. It didn't even work. Sorry, I'm just scrolling through my Facebook feed. I've got so much shit in my Facebook feed. I've got good and bad shit. Depends on where I scroll, but yeah. If you want to view paradise, simply come along and view it. Want to change the world? There's nothing to it. There is no place I know to compare with pure imagination. Living there, you'll be tanked like half the Irish nation. Pretty much. Fuck me. So, you, you cunt face fucking slut. Fucking cunt fuck. You fucking cunt face fuck. I can smell the drink on me, didn't I? Yeah, I'm not in a good mood. I sort of am. That's a weird part. I'm just swearing my head off because, you know, like, to be honest, I think I've got this sort of an actual temporary form of Tourette's type thing. I get this shit, so I get shit, so I mean, I just go off my tangent, you know. That's better. Can't fucking believe that I spilled that. I'm like, oh, fuck off, you fuck face, little cunt fuck. If you want to view paradise, simply come along. Want to change the world? There's nothing to it. There is no place I know to compare with your imagination. Living there, you'll be drunk like half the Irish nation. Be drunk like half that Irish nation. And some days I do wish I was just drunk all the time, but then I wouldn't be able to function correctly. Well, I'll be able to function for the most part, but, you know, probably be very slurrized. Be a lot of slurring and bold. For fuck's sake. I'm sick of these fucking ads that come up randomly. Like, it says, like, you can earn 6 figures doing this, and it's like some fucking random ad for, like, Netflix. How the fuck do you earn 6 figures fucking doing stuff on Netflix? Firstly, you gotta watch fucking shows. No, I'm sorry. That's just the biggest... Oh, my God. That's the biggest bullshit I've ever seen in my fucking life. Fuck me. Wow. Kind of special. Like, it really is special. The amount of ads that I've seen. Dodgy ads for dodgy companies. Supposed dodgy companies and crappy companies, right? Fuck. If you want to view paradise, simply come along and kill them. Want to change your bong? There's nothing to them. I have no idea. Thou shalt not try me. Mum 24/7. People in their quotes from the Bible. I mean, you know, I don't tend to criticize people with religions or religious beliefs, but I do have definitely some people I've just looked at and gone, what is your mindset sometimes, like, with how stupid you act and how you perceive things, and not just that, but, like, how sometimes your beliefs can be so fundamentally flawed that you don't see that. It's just kind of interesting to me, that's all. I don't know, maybe it's just because I overthink everything in my life. That's the entire truth. I'd have to say, I see a lot of things going on in life. If you want to view paradise, simply come along and view them. Want to change the world? There's nothing to them. It's just one of these weeks, I guess. I mean, look, at the end of it, I've been looking for a lot of different stuff online. Like, was it Choosy Beggars? There's a couple of Reddit forums and stuff like that, and things along those lines. So let me go head on over to my desktop, and I'll show you what I was talking about. On some YouTube videos and stuff, because I'm always looking at these different YouTube videos and shit. I mean, aside from my own YouTube video, YouTube channel, I don't always go with the trending stuff though. Oh, fuck off. Fuck yeah. There we go. I don't always go with the trending stuff. That's the truth. Typically, when I watch most YouTube videos or a combination of different YouTube video or stuff on YouTube, most of the stuff I watch is like related to different. Like this is my point. I watch all different types of YouTubers, from small to large, and some of it sometimes it's just for the comedy, for the simple fact that I get a laugh out of them. And that's the honest truth. That's percentage of the time. It's to get a laugh and like get some comedy out of it as well, and see some of the stupid shit that human beings do. Because I swear to God, they do some stupid shit. Oh. How you doing, dude? I didn't realize you were in chat. Sorry, I was actually just looking through some of the random. I was gonna look through random stuff on YouTube. So yeah, I'm kind of annoyed because I got a 7-day suspension off fucking Twitch, but you know that wasn't my fault. That was actually somebody else's fault. So I'm inherently blaming them because they decided to post a link which I didn't realize it was a YouTube link. It had slightly pornographic material in it. So, yeah. I'm kind of pissed with that guy. That guy can just, boom, fuck a tree, man. That motherfucker can just walk off a plank and never come back. I don't know. Anyway, what do we got here? Louise. Food versus man. There's a couple of recipe topics and stuff. See, I've also been watching, I always watch a lot of the tech YouTubers. Yeah, I'm not too bad, man. I mean, aside from the fact that I had a recent diagnosis of type 2 diabetes and a couple of other things going on with my health that I don't really like, and I'm working on diet and exercise at the moment, which has been going pretty well. I've lost about 3 kilos or 3 kilograms, so yeah, I can't complain there, which is good. But my doctor just basically said, look, I'm going to put you on cholesterol meds and I'm going to put you on some diabetic meds, and I'm like, fair enough. So, I mean, that's about the negative aspect of my life at the moment, with my health-wise anyway. So, yeah. Ah, okay. I was going to scroll down a bit more so I can see what you said. Ah. A piano school project. I see. Sounds pretty comprehensive. And you repeated yourself. That's alright. You can repeat yourself. But I'm just kind of like, eh? That's cool. Anyway, but yeah, no. Aside from that, everything else has been reasonably okay. Business has been a bit slow, so I'm sort of waiting. I'm waiting on one client to get back to me, and he said he was going to bring me some parts, and I was going to rebuild his old rig, basically. Take all the old parts out, put some new parts in, retune it. Get it up and running for him so he can so he can stream and stuff on YouTube and Twitch and all that. So yeah, haven't heard back from him. I think he went away on a weekend with his girlfriend, and I said, okay, fair enough. Well, when you get back, dude, because he was going to get me to rush the job, and I said, well, if you get me to rush it, it's not going to be a good job, and it's not going to be tested properly. He said, okay, fair enough, and so yeah. So yeah, all good. I'm just waiting to hear back from him, but I mean that's once I get that job, I should have $200, so I can't argue with that. I can't argue with that, but I can argue with the fact that he doesn't go back. He is a regular client though. He intermittently will talk to me, and then he'll come back like a few months later or something like that, and he'll say, "Oh, can you do this for me or do that for me?" So I have regularly communicated with him, and I remember him pretty well. So. He does regularly send me messages, or not messages, but he'll regularly come in contact with me. Apparently the last time he didn't get in contact with me because he went away for like how many months to bloody Bali or something? I think it was Bali or Thailand or something. And he went for like a whole month's trip or something like that, and I'm like, oh, fair enough. And apparently his mobile wasn't connected, so that's the reason he didn't get messages till he got back. So I'm like, okay. Fair enough, dude. But I haven't heard back from him since. Well, not lately anyway. I sent him a message. I said, look, dude, bring the parts by when you're ready to get the job done. And then there's this other guy that I charged $230 to get a screen replacement, but unfortunately, he unfortunately, for some reason, he didn't like my quote. I thought, to be honest, I thought I was being pretty fair with my pricing. I wasn't overcharging him. Not excessively, anyway. I mean, it wasn't like I was charging like thousands of dollars or anything like that. So, I think I was being pretty fair with the pricing at the end. I took in my time and account of labour. I may have added a couple extra bucks, but yeah. I've been streaming on Twitch, dude. Lately. I used to stream on Twitch. I've been streaming on Twitch for the last, but I've been streaming at like nighttime mostly. But I've got a Twitch channel. It's Fallen Gaming 949. So I'm sort of what I'm doing at the moment is I'm doing a redesign of my logo. I'm doing I'm getting somebody to work on it because I actually pay for them to do it for me. The logo is being reworked for my website. Even my website. My website's being reworked as well. This is going to be my cover art for my channel when it is eventually finished. It isn't quite finished yet. He has to add some stuff onto it, and Fallen 949 stuff like that, and Fallen Gaming 949. And once he does that, and it's a little more, the resolutions are set a little bit more, it's going to have this icon anyway, and this is going to be the new artwork, basically. So I'm like, cool. That's awesome. But yeah, that's going to be the new artwork for the channel, and I'm going to have new artwork for my Twitch channel as well. And I'll be streaming probably on both YouTube and Twitch. And I was trying to get Twitch. Oh, okay. What, you're not allowed to watch, Well, I mean, look, put it this way. Maybe I'll set aside, like, a couple of days a week or something like that. See, because I'm doing 3 days a week for Twitch at the moment. And if I set aside, like, say, a couple of days, like a Monday or a Tuesday or something, or maybe like a Wednesday or Tuesday or Wednesday, I could probably do those 2 days for, like, YouTube. And I could actually do a YouTube thing. But, okay, fair enough. So what, you've been banned? What, by your parents? Okay. What, from watching too much? I mean, I sort of understand that. I mean, if you're neglecting your homework to watch people play games, that's probably not the best choice, to be honest. I mean, I sort of understand if somebody would ban you for that reason, but I mean, aside from that, if it's not that, if it's just something else, if they just don't want you looking at violent video games, that's sort of stupid. I don't think violent video games really have much of an issue. They've never really been an issue for me. I mean, I play games, but I don't know. It's nothing about making me inherently violent. Yeah, but so does YouTube. Okay, so hold on a second. So, you're telling me you've been banned from Discord. I can understand Discord because maybe people can, like, chat to you and stuff, and it's like they're just concerned for your safety or something like that. But, like, say, for example, Twitch. I don't know, Twitch isn't that bad. I've seen some shitty people on Twitch, to be honest, but yeah. But, like, YouTube is a chat feature anyway. Oh, they don't know about it. Okay. But is there a reason they banned you from chat? Is it because you were doing like you were trolling people or something? I mean, not that I have an issue about people trolling people. I mean, I've had plenty of people troll me in the past. I've never had an issue with it. But yeah, like. Yeah, no. I get that, dude. I get that you're not going to tell them, but the point that I'm trying to make is it because you were in chat doing something wrong, or is it just because they got it's safety concerns? Oh, okay. Well, that's more safety, but it's just common sense. I mean, oh, okay, all right. Well, it's pretty much common sense. I mean, look, when you're online and you're talking and chatting to people, you don't first rules of any situation is you don't give your address, you don't give out identifiable details, you know, you don't talk to people who seem a bit sort of creepy and stuff like that, and it's just basic rules. It's basic rules of like stranger danger context, but in the sense that when you're online, you can be a bit more anonymous. So as long as you pay attention to the common rules and just have a bit of common sense about you, you should be fine. I mean, I get that your parents are concerned about safety, but yeah. I mean, you can only protect your kids from so much these days. Like, they get exposure to most of that stuff at some point in their life anyway. So, that's what that's what I found personally anyway. I don't know, maybe it's just how I think of it, but you know. Anyway, going back to what I was talking about, which was all the common types of YouTube videos that I watch or I find interesting. I've been watching a bunch of different videos, like from down to just scummy stuff that people do, things like that. Like high school. Well, even if you're in high school, I think high school is old enough to determine your own stuff. I mean, do your own stuff. I mean, at the end of it, influence from high school. Oh, okay, all right. Like peer pressure, you mean? Okay, peer pressure. All right, I get you now. I get you. Peer pressure is always going to be there. It can even be there in real life. Like, your parents can try to protect you from peer pressure as much as they can, but it's not gonna stop you from experiencing peer pressure at some point in your life. I mean, you're probably better off experiencing it sooner than later, to be honest. But yeah, that seems kind of stupid because you're definitely going to experience it. You're going to experience it in real life at high school, and you're going to experience it at in real life, and you're going to experience it on the computer. Either way, you just got to learn not to necessarily go the same way all the time. Like, for example, or the context is, if somebody else is jumping off a cliff, you don't jump off a cliff with them. Yeah, but even though you have depression, dude, depression has nothing to do with peer pressure. Peer pressure can be to get in with a cool crowd and the exposed and in crowd and things like that, and a combination of those things. At the end of it, with that stuff, you just got to pay attention and pay mind to certain things. Okay, firstly, when it comes to people from high school, typically I never really used to listen to a lot of the cool people because most of them had their own shit going on. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I personally in high school, I used to just hang out in the library. That was just my thing that I did. But other side of it too is, I might go and talk to people in my class and shit like that. But I don't know. I mean, we never really had like a hierarchy per se. I mean, there was a few people that were popular. but we never had like it's nothing like American schools. Nothing like American schools at all. So yeah, American schools are totally opposite to Australian schools. Like you still have popular people in class and things like that, and popular people in your classes. But geez, yeah. So I'm just trying to think. Anyway, so I mean, I've been watching a vast majority of this stuff. That's it. So this stuff here, right here, it says entitled parents, choosy beggars. What else we got? Yay video games. I haven't seen that one personally, but there's a bunch of these different videos on there, and they are very interesting in the way they convey all of this stuff. Like not just that, but it shows how entitled some people feel. It shows how stupid some people can be, particularly entitled parents, or particularly entitled and supposedly nice guys and other people who do random shit. So yeah, yeah. So. But yeah, I think the other thing you got to take into consideration too, dude, is your parents have got to like every child at some point or teenager makes their own stupid choices, and I mean everybody in their life at some point makes their own stupid choices. You know what I mean? And you know what? I think there's nothing wrong with that. You learn from stupid choices. You learn from stupid mistakes as well. There's nothing wrong with learning from that shit. Just makes sense to me. I mean, it's just my perspective, but I guess it depends on the parent. Some parents are different, but some parents are really strict though. That's what I find. Some parents are so strict that they don't let their child be a child, or they don't let their child breathe. Really, I mean, I was the type of kid, well, I mean, I spend more time now that I'm in my 30s now that I spend more time inside, but I used to go out and run out and get in the dirt and stuff and fucking run around the street and be with my mates and everything else. We used to get into all sorts of shit. Just doing stupid shit and... where was this? This is back a long one. Fucking, what we used to do. We had this, we were testing, it was like a clubhouse thing that we built out of wooden shit. And we just randomly sitting there, we were testing, throwing rocks at it. I literally got a rock to the top of my fucking head. My head was split open. I had to get stitches. That was fucking... that was fucking awesome. My mum almost shit herself when she fucking saw me. She's like, oh, you fucking... Oh, I'm never letting you out again. No, but she did eventually let me out anyway. So, yeah. But, yeah. Fucking, there was the other times where I used to go around with my mates and we just, we'd be running around the street doing random shit. I think even a couple of times we got in trouble with the cops. That was a long time ago, though, but fuck me. Some of the shit I used to get up to as a kid was fucking awful. And then other parts I was okay. I mean, I wasn't too bad. I turned out okay, which is the main thing. If anything, I'll be honest, sometimes I was a bit restrictive to myself because I was always overly cautious and I didn't take a massive amount of risks all the time. So I think sometimes I held myself back a little to a certain extent. I'm just talking about random experiences I've had in life, dude. Even some of the shit that I've done, even now, one of these days when even to this day, I think it was one time I got drunk. I got really drunk, and I didn't have stitches though. I got really drunk on a bottle of vodka, and I actually ended up fighting with my chair. It was amazing. The chair won though, ironically. I ended up on the floor with a fucking split in the back of my head. I'm like, oh, for fuck's sake. I was okay though. I was okay. It's just ironic that I didn't get I was fucking surprised I didn't get to hospital, to be honest. But yeah. Oh. At least I'm still alive. I don't know. The amount of times I could have died in my life, especially with some of the shit, the amount of times I reckon I could have had alcohol poisoning in my life is just, yeah, pretty high. That's later life, of course, not so much my early... a little bit of my early life, because it depended on what I was doing, but... I don't know. Just ironically. Ironic. Oh, that's my first day, first man. Yeah, no. I know that. That was actually with one of my friends before. And I just randomly did it. It was like, I just did it because I was like, fucking... I ended up deleting it, but I was going to leave it there, and I'm like, nah. I don't really feel like leaving it there. I was like, should I or shouldn't I? And I was like, whatever. I decided against keeping it there, and I'm like, At the end of it, I wanted to convey a good image of professionalism, so I thought I'll just take it down. So, yeah. I wanted to be professional. I mean, sometimes I'm not. I mean, when it comes to my job and actual things I do, when it comes to building PCs, repairing computers, I'm professional. That's not the issue. But when it comes to my social life and getting drunk and just doing stupid shit occasionally and things like that, I definitely say I'm not professional. I'm just I'm fucking nuts with some of the shit I end up doing half the time anyway. You mean? Ironically, yeah. But yeah. I just haven't been uploading as much lately onto YouTube because I wanted to upload stuff from Twitch, but unfortunately I don't know, I might have lost some of those VODs anyway because the fucking bastards suspended me. But the weird part is, though, I haven't done anything like that belly dancing thing for a long time. And it was actually somebody in my life who was quite toxic, a friend of mine that I really just hated his guts, and he was always daring me to do certain shit, and he was just always a negative influence for me. I'm like, oh, fuck it, never mind. You know, so I just fucked him off, and I just pretty much don't talk to him anymore. So I'm like, fuck it, I'll just do my own thing. Which, that's what I was doing, ironically, when it got suspended for 7 days. But the only reason it got suspended for 7 days in the first place, and the only reason, is because somebody tricked me into clicking a YouTube video that was technically pornographic. And I didn't realise that the YouTube videos was technically pornographic. I didn't realise this. If I'd realised it was a nasty video, I wouldn't have clicked on it in the first place. But ironically, I didn't. Well, it wasn't easy to spot either. I think they called it, the name of the video was Slow Mo Owl. And the ironic thing is, it's been taken down. It's been taken down. It's actually got a violation strike and everything else. And it didn't get taken down until now. But that night, it hadn't been taken down. I'm like, fuck me, really? This gave me the fucking shits, truthfully. But, like, yeah, I just don't know what the hell happened with it, but he, yeah, it wasn't easy to spot it being any type of nasty video. And I just didn't think it was possible to get something like that on YouTube, to be honest. Well, I didn't think it was impossible, but I also didn't think that in this day and age with so many detection fucking algorithms and all the other shit we got going on, that it would be possible for it to actually go on there and stay on there for a fair amount of time. That's my honest opinion on that one. That's crazy. Some of the shit. But no, I might do some commentaries on some videos, actually, that I was watching before, but maybe, we'll see. I don't know, I watch such a mixed bag of videos. I watch them I'm watching a lot of creepypasta too lately, that's been pretty good. Yeah, that's my point. No, I realise that, but my point is, the video didn't seem that way. It had a totally different thumbnail. When I looked at the video, it didn't appear to have any type of body parts in it at the time. When I looked at it, now, admittedly, I was a bit drunk when it happened, but I'm sitting there and I'm like, okay, this video looks like, it's just called Slow Mo Owl. And my point is, Slow Mo Owl's as in an owl, you know, like an owl, a hooting owl, an animal, bird in other words. It's ironic, but it didn't really look like a dodgy video. And then I clicked on it, went on screen, and it got on stream, and that's when the shit started. So yeah, that's my point. Like, you'd be surprised how often stuff gets through some of the filters on Facebook. There's tons of pornographic shit on Facebook. Like, no matter how much fucking companies, including and not down to fucking YouTube or otherwise, say that they try to filter this shit out. It's bullshit. They don't catch half of it. They reckon they do, but it's fucking bullshit. It's just fucking stupid. I didn't realise it was that. I didn't realise that it was a video that it was inappropriate. I wouldn't have put it on stream if I'd known that, and I wouldn't have clicked it. I wouldn't have clicked it. I wouldn't have went anywhere near it, and that's my point. I wasn't gonna. It was only the fact that it came up on the screen. I'm like, okay, fair enough. It's a YouTube video. It should be pretty safe. It should be good. I was like, fuck me. And the funny part is, it didn't get taken down for at least 24 hours, I think, after it initially got uploaded or whatever, or however long it was there, because somebody eventually reported it by the looks of it. But it took a long time to get reported, and this fucking knew it. This fucking asshole knew. He fucking knew that it wasn't going to get reported. Ironically, and he left it, and he gave me the link, and then it's just like, fuck. Fuck me. But that's my point. You don't see a lot of that stuff on YouTube. You see a lot of it on Facebook though. Fucking shit tons on Facebook. The amount of stuff that I could go through in my feed that has that type of stuff in it, yeah, there's a lot of shit on there. And you know what? Facebook doesn't catch it. It rarely gets reported. Typically because most people don't mind it. But, you know, especially this day and age. But yeah. Just interesting. Alright, so there's this stuff. I mean, I don't know. I've been looking at the new 3000 series processors. They look pretty good. I'm sort of interested to see if the actual specs that they leaked on a couple of the tech websites, or the major tech websites, is actually correct, and if it's actually going to have a 16-core variant of an AM4 processor. So it should be interesting to see exactly what it's like. I saw Sony had a new foldable phone. That looked interesting as well. Kind of, I don't know how it's going to go mechanically wise, whether it's going to wear out quick, especially those screens, especially if you're constantly folding them all the time. This Irish one, this one here, the Tri channel. Some of the Irish stuff, especially Irish drinking, fucking awesome. ASMR, I always love that. Creepypasta, love that too. Creepypasta's awesome. If you ever want to check out some interesting and disturbing stories, but not just disturbing, but almost you can feel like they're real stories with a science fiction basis but a horror basis. Beautiful stories. Everything else, I like Twitch fails too. It's always interesting to see how people can abysmally fail on Twitch. I don't know. I would actually hope that I got put in the Twitch files because of the shit that happened to me, but I probably wouldn't, because the fact is that whatever's on screen was like slightly pornographic anyway, so so they probably wouldn't have put that up anyway. Man vs. Fiddle. Recipe stuff's not too bad. I watch that sometimes, depending on what it is. Gordon Ramsay stuff, not too bad. I watch his Nightmare Kitchens. Oh man, some of those restaurants are just fucking awful. I'm just like, wow. Seriously? Your hygiene levels are fucking ridiculous. What else we got here? Aside from that, then we've got Choosy Beggars, which I noted before. Some of the interesting stuff too. Where is it? Strange Parts. He was doing some good videos, but he stopped doing them because I think he was trying to get he was trying to do better videos for people. He basically said he needed to take a break. Linus Tech Tips is always pretty cool. I mean, they're the bigger YouTubers. Linus Tech Tips, Tech Quickie, I think it is. What's the other ones? Jay's 2 Cents, Bitwits, and Review Tech USA. Which those are the bigger ones of most of the channels that are out there anyway these days. Yeah. Most of it though, it's pretty good. It's just interesting, like just the amount of stuff that's here. I mean, some of it's, you know, some of it can be boring, I admit, but some of it can be quite interesting to watch. You know, just I don't know, like this stuff, r/entitled parents on Reddit and stuff can be quite fascinating to watch. Can be quite fascinating to actually, run across and things like that. And they're fucking awesome. So, type of parents, awful stories from different people. Things like that. Copyright strikes. I mean, people are always talking about this shit. Well, apparently this was something that was going on with Linus Tech Tips. It wasn't him who was actually doing it. It was the copyright system on YouTube that was fucking up and screwing up, basically, which was kind of frustrating. These are the ones anyway, but obviously you love music or whatever, like music's pretty awesome. But I can't play music, unfortunately, on YouTube. If you play music, you're fucked. If you play movies on frickin' YouTube, you're fucked. It's okay to play the content from YouTube itself, but if you try to play movies, legitimate commercialized movies, you're screwed pretty much straight away. I mean, unless you're doing like some type of movie review, then it sort of comes into the fair use policy. But I mean, that depends on the situation, of course. But yeah. This stuff, and it's interesting too. I watch like some of the horror stories and rare disturbances that happen in the world, and I think it's Chills is his name. Chills is pretty cool. Just it's some of the stuff that really happens, and you're just like, wow, like that actually happened. Just amazing the amount of things like disappearances of people, rare mysteries, strange creatures, paranormal beings. It's fucking awesome, some of the stuff that comes across YouTube. I mean, some of it's generally you've got to take it with a grain of salt, of course. I don't believe everything that you watch in a YouTube video, but there's definitely some YouTube videos that have come down to the sense that they try to check their facts as much as possible. I mean, I'm not saying every single YouTuber does, but there's definitely some YouTubers that do. So, not too bad overall. I can't complain too much. I like a lot of the creepypastas. Some of these people, for example, Sorry TV, Fresh, they run across people, especially people who think they're entitled or they're choosy beggars means. Excuse me. Choosy beggars basically means people that they'll try to get something for free, but when they're trying to get something for free, ultimately. They'll ask for extra items, they'll try to bargain somebody down to such a level, or they'll actually try to get the person to deliver it, even though the item's free. Like, they'll try to get the person to actually deliver it to their house, whereas, it's like, oh, but I have to charge you for gas money and everything else and all this shit. It's like, oh, but I'm only this far away, bring it to me, or whatever, and there's like, people seem to, it's almost like these choosy beggars think you're entitled to getting, like, even though the item's free, they're still entitled to delivery, they're still entitled to all this other extra stuff that wasn't advertised with the item in the first place. Oh, it's just amazing, some people's attitudes towards that. I'm not saying everybody's like that, but it's definitely just like, what the hell? It's fucking amazing. YouTube's disturbing kids channels. Yeah, that's the other stuff too. I think it was Rainbot. Yes, is that right? How you spell it? Rainbot? Rainbot? I think that's how you say it anyway. But that, some of the content that shows some of the different types of what do you call it? The different types of channels that you can get, especially with disturbing content, particularly YouTube channels, Facebook accounts, Twitter accounts. They all sort of have these. I think. Hold on a second. Just click on some of this. I'll go to the actual channel. So this is some of the stuff like Poppy, for example. This, just some of what she's generally disturbing. I know from what I can tell, anyway. I've watched the Poppy stuff, and not just that, but I've watched her video, and I'm just like, awesome. Like you'd explain this stuff pretty well. Some of this stuff, it is meant to be disturbing. It's also meant to be fascinating. It's also meant to be a bit weird. So, yeah. Huh? It depends on the content, though. I don't know. I mean, you know, the other side of it too is I think there's a Poppy. No, but like, I mean, if you look at the content of her channels and stuff like that, it's just like very robotic. Like, you know, it seems like there's almost like like a psychotic. Like, she's genuinely the way she acts in the channel. It's almost like a psycho. I mean, some people say it's an art piece. Some people actually argue that it's an art piece, and she's meant to act that way because it's more of an artistic license thing. Like, she's acting that way on purpose. But I mean, it's just kind of disturbing with somebody with showing that much emotion and but like least amount of emotion when it comes to just like a robotic, mundane voice. It's sort of it can be a little disturbing, and you know that's depends on how you yeah, depends on how you look at it. Different cases of real zombies. Sure, mate. Sure. Well, she's a very good actor. I mean, a lot of that, you know, like, it is a very disturbing act. I mean, yeah, they did say that initially, that she's supposedly an actor, but the other side of the thing is that I think she looked into the channel and it was very hard to find information specifically on what was going on with that particular studio. So, yeah. I don't know. I'm saying there's some conspiracy theories going around supposedly for. I mean, not specifically on her channel, but other channels and other stuff I've seen on the net that apparently she's supposed to be part of the Illuminati or some shit like that. I don't know. Supposedly there's some major conspiracy theory stuff going on about that. It was a while back. I was looking up something like that. I mean, mind you, there's always that shit going around anyway. But yeah, I don't know. Ugh, you be. Shit. Oh, fuck me. Yeah. That's right. Yeah. I did read that. Yep. Oh, shit. Lawsuit filed. Okay. That one I didn't know. I didn't know about a lawsuit. I knew about the stuff. I mean, the stuff that I listened to her on her channel seemed relevant. And she was just talking about. Yeah, she did mention about the Titanic. What do you call it? The Titanic Sinclair. She mentioned about the fact that she was part of a studio, and it's just at first they thought it was. They thought there might have been child endangerment or something like that, or something along those lines. Anyway, initially, so it was resolved. Okay, fair enough. Yeah. Okay. But some of these, for example, Fresh. I'll go into Fresh. He's got a ton of stuff. It's generally you've got entitled parents who think their kids shit don't stink, and basically their kids are, you know, their kids can never do any wrong. Which I kind of don't get because, I mean, you know, eventually your kids do some wrong at some point. Like... I mean, I wouldn't have a problem reprimanding my child, especially if my child did something wrong, or, you know, did something, not just stupid, but did something, you know, that was detrimental, you know, like, jeez. You got that, you got entitled parents, what else you got? Let me just get it, that's popular downloads. Choosy beggars, which... Need free art, don't be greedy. That's interesting. Like, some people don't like paying artists for doing work, like, say, drawing art and everything else and things like that, which is kind of stupid. I feel an artist deserves just as much recognition as anybody else in society. Oh, okay, alright. Oh, okay, somebody who was... Oh, alright, I didn't know that. I did not know that. So, choosy beggars... Murder by words, which is somebody just totally owns themselves on the internet, and they just fuck up whatever they were trying to do in the first place. They completely murder themselves. They just kill themselves completely. It's just fucking hilarious to watch people do stupid shit and just completely own themselves on the internet. You just like, what the fuck? Oh, it's just, yeah. It's pathetic and sad, and at the same time, it's just like, whoa, that's just fucking hilarious. It cracks me up. Oh, man. Vax happened, which is like people, anti-vaxxers and stuff like that. Yeah, and I do not agree. I agree with vaccinations. I've had all my vaccinations, except for probably recent ones, but I feel I don't really need them because my immune system's been pretty strong. So I've never really got any recent ones, but when I was a kid growing up, I always got my vaccinations. So I don't have an issue with vaccinations. But, you know, each their own. I mean, at the end of it, no. I mean, look, the truth of the situation is you need vaccinations ultimately to actually perpetuate immunity. So, yeah. So, yeah, I just don't get people who don't vaccinate their kids. Really don't understand it at all. Malicious compliance. So this is where people actually malicious compliance is pretty much where people do what they're told, but they do it so maliciously towards the other person that it's almost like they're seeking revenge on them in the first place, and they do it, but they don't do it. They do it like so specifically to what the person said. Say, for example, somebody says to do to do a certain thing a certain way, but they do it so to that way that it's just fucking hilarious to watch them just make these people go, oh my fuck, I shouldn't have said that. I should have worded that differently. Oh man, it's just fucking hilarious. And quit your bullshitting is another one. That's awesome because so many people bullshit on the internet. There's people making up these fucking elaborate stories. Literally, I just look and I go, how can you believe that somebody's actually going to believe that fucking story in the first place? Like, do you think somebody's actually going to believe that story? Okay, that's the first part of it. And the story is so elaborate, like it's got so many holes in it, firstly. I mean, that's the first part of it. And not just that, but it's so elaborate and so fucking long and so fucking detailed and so full of fucking shit, and you're just like, huh? I don't know. And then there's the fact that it's not just the fact that it's full of shit, but it's full of certain things you can look up yourself that you can verify that that's not true in the first place, whether it's factual, scientific information, combination of things. Oh, good, man. Fucking hell. Did I crack that? Fuck. I was going to say, fuck me, I hope I didn't crack that. I hate fucking cracking shit. No, never mind, didn't crack. Woo! It's kind of frustrating. Oh well. Shit. Out of the way. There we go. It's better. Yeah, nice rant. Oh, good, man. Talk to you later. Well, I'm still going to sit here and talk about this anyway. Alright, so, going on, choosy beggars, nice guys. Oh, these guys, like psychotic guys that seem to think just because they're nice to a girl, that it entitles them to sex. I'm sorry, guys. If you're nice to a girl, it doesn't entitle you to shit. It just entitles you... No, it doesn't entitle you to anything. Because at the end of it, just to see in context, just because you're being nice to somebody doesn't mean it entitles you to something. I mean, at the end of it, if you're being nice to somebody, you're being respectful, you can get respect back, of course. But, I mean, you expect a woman to give you sex simply because you were nice, and then you turn into a complete psychopath after the fact if you don't get sex, or any, inkling of any type of sexual, reciprocation or anything? What the fuck? Sorry, makes no sense to me. Fucking makes no sense. That's what I fucking get. A lot of these guys, like, they turn into complete fucking nutcases as soon as it's like, oh, but I was nice to you, you fucking bitch, you stupid cunt. All this fucking shit. I'm like, fuck me, mate. You gotta realize, I mean, these guys are gonna understand what the fuck they sound like. They're seriously. Oh, fuck me sideways. Hey, so seriously, just some guys I'm looking, what the fuck? Fucking joking me. Jesus, like fucking Weezers. Quit bullshitting. Nice girls. Okay, nice girls. That's the context of it too. Nice girls can think the same way. It's ironic, but nice girls have the same pattern of behaviour or the same pattern of belief that an actual guy, because, you know, they've chose him, supposedly, and they're so beautiful and all this shit, and they're entitled to sex regardless of whether the guy wants sex or not. And I'm like, fuck me, wow. Some entitled women, like I said, some entitled guys. So it comes both sides of the spectrum. And these are supposed nice guys, you know, like, oh, I'm a nice guy. It's like, yeah, mate, you're a fucking nutcase. Same with some psychopathic women, too. So this is the same inclination anyway. That's what I've seen so far in my life, anyway. But I've actually had personal experience with some of this stuff myself, as well, especially nice girls. Oh, God, I've had some experiences with that. Yep. Don't even start. So you got nice girls, that happened, which supposedly I think this is like stuff that's meant to have happened, but you just like, it's just so full of shit, you're like, yeah, sure. Sure, I believe you. Nobody else would, but I believe you. Murder by words, burnt apple tea. What was that? I can't remember exactly what that was. Anyway, anti-MLMs, which are companies which you can buy from that sell shitty products to you. And ultimately, these products aren't necessarily tested either. They can be shitty products and they just haven't got a lot in them. A combination of that. Basically, companies that get you to buy products like Amway, things like that, they get you to buy the product and you get to sell the products. But you don't make a massive profit on these products in most cases. You make barely anything. So, yeah. I'm very smart. And, yeah, this is fucking hilarious. It's smart-ass people getting battered down by other people who supposedly aren't as smart. And it's just fucking, oh my God. And it's just like some people just is like, I'm so fucking smart, I have 130 IQ, all this shit. They're going on like they're fucking, you know, they're just fucking geniuses. And and then somebody automatically later on when they're typing a sentence corrects their grammar, or, you know, tells them, what do they typically do? They fucking either correct their grammar or like they correct an answer to a question that they try to answer really smartly. And then there's some people who like, they just sit there and like all they seem to do is use large fucking words all the fucking time. I'm just like, wow. Okay, seriously? You're using these large fucking words just to make yourself sound like a fucking smartass. And all it does is make you sound like a complete dumbass in the sense that these words are just like so vastly complex. Why the fuck would you use these words in the first place? What clicks in your brain that this is going to be an intelligent idea to make you sound intelligent? Do you think it's actually giving any context to what's going on in your life at all? Do you think that it's, you think it's doing anything for you at all? No. And to be honest, most of these people just seem like they're fucking arrogant fucking pricks. Honestly, yeah. Truthfully, yep. So we got, now I haven't seen the sad cringe one. Actually, that's fresh, isn't it? You haven't seen the sad cringe one. Haven't seen that one. Shower thoughts. Did I? If that was sort of okay. I don't remember exactly what that was about, because I'll have to rewatch that one. Don't fund me. These are people who want funding for like really, really stupid stuff, and you're just wondering how the fuck did the person, and some of these people actually get some funding out of it. I'm just like, whoa, holy shit. You know, like somebody wants an Xbox or... Well, I mean, I sort of understand if somebody wants something for a YouTube channel, and they're trying to build that YouTube channel and get content up and things like that. Like, I get that. But what I don't personally get is these GoFundMe people like asking for like a fucking breast enlargement or something like that. I'm like, fuck me sideways. Are you serious? You're asking for breast enhancements and you expect... I mean, I'm to be honest, there's some dumbasses who will actually pay these people. But Oh, wow. Yeah. Just some of this stuff is... Wow. As I said, I've been watching a lot of this guy, Fresh's content, and I'm pretty fascinated by most of it. Just some of these people are freaking amazing. I've just gone, wow, this is fucking awesome, you know. Especially some of the stuff like Quit Your Bullshit, especially entitled parents are fucking hilarious. Malicious compliance is fucking awesome too, you know. Like, just some of the stuff that people do, and, you know, they still complied. They technically did what they were told, but they didn't exactly do it. It's sort of, yeah, you know. Fuck. Choosy beggars are always funny, because it's just people who think they're so entitled to shit, it's not funny. It's like, yeah, the world don't owe you shit, motherfucker. Just saying. Suicide were words. Suicide by words. Yeah, that's right. I think that was one where it's like people would make random posts, and then after the random post, somebody will make a post and they'll actually, like, they'll literally shoot themselves in the head with whatever they say, and it'll just make them sound so fucking pathetic. It's just like, bang! Not that suicide itself is actually... sorry. Not that suicide itself is a good thing, to be honest. So, you know, anybody's in that state of mind, I'd definitely go and see a doctor or a therapist. Probably a therapist. A therapist helped me. Well, no, that from personal experience, anyway. Ah, shit. There we go. But I will be going back on to Twitch in 7 days, and I'm maybe trying to mix my time between YouTube and Twitch at this point in time. Oh, shit. Suicide by words. Nice girls. See, nice girls is all... It's just funny how psychotic women can get in certain states of their mind. And just, it's almost like... Like, I think there's one guy rejected a girl, and she just turned into a complete psychotic bitch. It's like, wow. Like, seriously, take a chill pill. Oh my god. Ow. Well, it's just like, she went off the total deep end, you know? I mean, I know, I'm well aware that some guys can do the same thing, but wow. I'm just sitting there like, wow, what the fuck? Buy me a boob job. That's it. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. This one here. Don't fund me. Oh my god, it's just some of the fucking stuff that people end up funding. Like, seriously? Like, oh my fucking god. I've like just the amount of stuff like the entitled parents is hilarious, especially when it comes to the amount of parents that think their kid is just their shit don't stink. They're fucking awesome. My kid's great. You can't say my kid's a bad kid. He's never done anything wrong. Oh, no, he'd never do that. He'd never... Yeah, you know, that's my point. Yeah, it's just, wow. I'm like, seriously. There's just some parents that need to get over themselves. Quitting your bullshitting is always hilarious. The other side of it too is choosy beggars. Like, some people don't pay artists. Like, I'll be honest. Because this guy said, because I can't really afford much at the moment, but I said to him, look, I don't mind giving you a bit of money if you do me a logo and you do me some artwork and shit like that. And I'm like, you know, if you can do that for me, that'd be awesome. And I said, you know, I can only afford a certain amount. I said, look, which I thought was a reasonable amount. On top of that, he was willing to accept it anyway. It was like $50 or something like that, which I thought was pretty reasonable. On top of that, he was going to do some other artwork and stuff and things like that. He was going to help me with some other stuff. I said eventually at some point I would pay him for forward work if he helped me out with some stuff and things like that. And he was willing to help me, and that's the thing. I didn't force him into it and everything like that. So There's definitely some choosy beggars where they seem to think they're always gonna get shit for free. Like, that's just ridiculous. No, you don't always get shit for free. That's not the way it works. Unfortunately, you know, there's gonna be situations where you fucking have to pay. You know, it's just the way it works. But Fresh's channel is pretty awesome. He's got a pretty awesome voice too. It's pretty cool. He does a pretty good commentary on all of this stuff, and he's pretty funny with how he deals with it. You know, Sorrow TV as well. He's pretty cool. I've checked out his channel before. He's one of these other guys that does all the same type of stuff as Fresh does. It's a very similar channel. Well, not exactly the same. Like, actually, he does it in funny voices. He does a lot of funny voices. They're hilariously... Like, he does a combination. He switches between different voices. He also has a couple of other friends, I think, he adds as well to the situation. I think a British friend, and maybe like two British friends. No, British and a New Zealand friend that he adds. I'm guessing. I don't know their names offhand, but I'm pretty sure that he adds those two as commentary, as guys who do commentary for him, stuff like that. So, you know, that's pretty fucking awesome. Not just that, it's, you know, he puts a lot of time and effort into stuff. Not just that, he's pretty cool with, you know, he knows the right attitude to give towards these videos, especially when it comes to, okay, for example, now gatekeeping, I did watch one video on that, but I have to rewatch that, to be truthful. And I watched more than one video. No, I watched one video, which let's see if I can watch that one anyway. I am very smart, which he did. He does these awesomely. Insane people on Facebook. Oh God, insane people on Facebook. It's fucking hilarious. Oh, I love this shit. Like, that's my boy. Quitting your bullshitting is always awesome. Asshole design is that's fucking hilarious. It looks at the concept of something being designed to. It's the fact that something's designed to be faulty, I guess. If I want to simplify it, it's something it's either meant to be that way, or it's by design that it's that way. Okay. So say, for example, something like a posting or something, or a company or something like that. It can be companies, it can be people too. But some, you know, arsehole by design is sense that it's something that's meant to be faulty. It's almost like something that's meant to be faulty out of the box. So, I mean, that's I put that as an IT tech. That's the best way I could probably put it. It's just like special shit that people do. It's like, this is arsehole by design. I'm very badass. This is best people going around being badass motherfuckers on the internet and claiming they're badass motherfuckers, when in fact they're just chicken little shits and they basically got no balls. It's like when they're actually challenged, they just back down and turn into, you know, 12-year-olds. Oh, fuck me. Oh, shit. Old people on Facebook are quite funny too. I mean, you know what? And he said it too. He understands that as you get older, you get dementia, you get these problems, you get these issues and stuff like that. It's not like he's mean to make fun, but it's just funny to see the stuff that old people do on Facebook and things like that. And when they make mistakes, or when they post things they don't mean to post, or they post something. And you know what? If you can laugh at yourself as you get older, and make mistakes, maybe start to get a bit Alzheimer's or something like that, if you can just learn to laugh at yourself and have a sense of humour about yourself, even at that age, that's the main thing. You gotta learn to have a sense of humour. What do we got here? So, I mean, there's tons of stuff here. Sorry, I need to blow my nose. Actually, I need to go to the toilet soon. So yeah, Asshole by Design, I thought was an interesting one. He has a ton. He has some other extra ones that he finds on Reddit and things like that. He goes extra searches into this stuff. I think he goes a little bit more through Reddit than Fresh does. Not that Fresh doesn't do a good job, but Choosy Beggars, of course, that happened. Nice Guys. Quitting your bullshit, of course. Anti-MLMs. I'm not sure what that one. I have to watch. That's 30 seconds long. I actually haven't watched that one. It's probably some random thing. Whoosh, which that's like people just getting taken out. Like whoosh is, I think what it is an analogy of people getting taken out by smart ass comments and just people being not just being smart asses, but they take them out so. It's just like wow, it's just like it's fucking awesome the way people respond to it. Facepalm, which is basically just people doing stupid shit. And you just go, oh my god, seriously, it's pretty much that reaction all the time. So yeah, what else we got? Choosy beggars, obviously. Tumblr. I don't know what the Tumblr is because I haven't seen that one. Postable all the time. Top post of all time. Nice guys, special feature. Nice guys, whoosh. For exposure. That's it. That's something interesting. I'm kind of curious. Apparently, some people, certain YouTubers who think they've got a lot of numbers and stuff, they actually try to get people to do stuff for exposure. Now, I'm not saying that's I mean, I'm sort of on the fence with that one because I think it's okay to do that stuff, but don't expect everybody to do everything for free. I mean, expect at some point to maybe pay for, I mean, it's okay to give exposure as some type of, I guess you could say, monetary value points. But it depends. This is the point. It depends on the person. It also depends on how popular you are at the beginning. Now, I mean, aside from that, the other side of it too is don't expect to just get that stuff for free. And that's my point. You can say for exposure, and you can start with that. But, fuck. You don't pay somebody simply for exposure, and that's all you pay them for. I mean, eventually you've got to give them some type of monetary incentive, like that's how the real world works, people. I'm just fucking saying. Like, what the fuck? Mac and bees. What the fuck? I don't even know what that is. Bad. These guys. Crappy design, which I think is sort of the same thing as arsehole design, except arsehole design's a bit meaner, I think. I don't know. I'll have to get the two definitions. I can look that up. Like, watch those videos again and just clarify that for myself, to be truthful. Choosy beggars, top posts of all time. Homemade brownies. I have no idea what that is. I don't know, my first mind goes to pop brownies, that's an honest opinion, but yeah. The duck song, if you were narrated by Chills. No idea. Actually, I know Chills. I love Chills, by the way. He's awesome. First world problems. That's another thing. First world problems is pretty much works on the premise of like first world issues. Like it's like stupid things, like we think like if we were in a third world country, like it just wouldn't be a fucking issue to just be like, like it's almost like we seem a bit entitled to think, oh, this is a first world problem or a first world issue. It's just fuck me. It's amazing. Humble brag. That's it. Yeah. That was kind of curious, that one. Humble brag was basically across the point that someone was trying to be humble, but they were bragging at the same time. And like, I just don't think those two really go together. Like, like you can't necessarily brag about something and be humble. It's like, maybe it depends on the situation, but it's not. Most of the time, these people end up looking like idiots. Murder by words, yeah. Now, I can't remember what the hell Gatekeeper is. I know Gatekeeper's... Oh, God, I cannot think. No mindset at all there. That's fucking ridiculous. White knighting. I'm sort of all for white knighting, I guess, but at the same time, I've done a little bit of white knighting in the past, and I've just got sick of doing it because it requires so much fucking effort. Not just effort, but you try to do the right thing by people, and you end up, it just ends up making shit. Yeah, it's kind of stupid. I'll be right back. I need to go to the toilet. So, white knighting I've definitely done in the past. And I find the most frustrating thing with it is you can try your best to white knight some people, but some people just don't accept your help. That's one part of it. The other side of it too is it can make you look a bit desperate in some degree, and to some degree, and in certain situations. So it's not always the best choice. I don't know. Some people, maybe. Mad Lads. I'm not sure what that. Did I watched that one, but I'm not sure. I don't remember the exact details of it. I don't remember a lot of stuff I watched, but. I watched some of the Pornhub comments and I'm like, fuck me fucking sideways, mate. Like, some of these people are just like, how the fuck did you end up on Pornhub? They were talking about the, like, some shit to do with, basically the universal, not, it's like, to do with equations, firstly. It was equations down to it, scientific equations. I was like, mainly to do with how the universe is formed. Some stuff to do with how the universe is formed, and there's some other shit that we're talking about. It's like random equation, like calculating these numbers to pi. I'm like, fuck, mate. I'm like, how did you guys end up on Pornhub? Oh, shit. Delusional Craigslist. Or delusional people on Craigslist. Which basically you get people either trying to get fucking prices that are way over what it should be, or you get people to have so many requirements in their damn ad that it's just like, what the fuck? Yeah, I haven't looked through every single video that he's got, but I'm kind of curious. I'll probably watch some of these at some point. But I've looked for a fair amount of them, like all the original Beggar stuff and all the original Astrass and Reddit stuff. I've looked through most of that, and as you can tell, that most of the percentage of it I've watched. That's sort of the change of the list anyway, but depends on how I'm feeling. So there's that. Shit. Hello. R/, that's it, yeah. I like ASMR, by the way, if anybody's interested in ASMR, but yeah, that's something that's always good. So, R/, which is awesome. Pro revenge. Oh, getting revenge on people. Wow. Some of the elaborate shit that people go to get revenge is fucking awesome. It was like some of this shit is just like fucking awesome. Just like, it cracks me up. Like, these people really go to a lot of lengths, but just not that. They do a fucking awesome job of it as well. Oh man, that's fucking funny. Oh man. It does crack me up, and sort of, you know, as somebody who would probably go to certain lengths myself to get some revenge to certain people in my life at certain points, you know, yeah, I definitely say it. It's not a problem for me, so yeah. Yeah, I mean, I haven't watched all the ones on R/, but there's definitely a fair few of them I have. Title Parents was a few of those. Cheesy Beggars, yeah, I think I've watched a few of those as well. Ha! I cheated. Give me half your stuff. It's just like... Oh, fuck me. Wow. Like, if a girl actually says that to you one day, it actually says, that'd be, man, I'd just be like, fuck off, bitch. And then there's this one, I was listening to this story, it's entitled Parents. I think it was halfway through this one anyway. This one right here. Apparently this guy gave his wheelchair, he didn't give the wheelchair, the mother took the wheelchair away, and she put the child in the wheelchair because he wanted to play with it and stuff and things like that. She's like, you don't need a wheelchair, you can walk. And apparently he can't walk very far because he's got a lot of nerve problems and joint problems and everything else and things like that. And she's like, just saying, no, but look at you, you're walking around, it's like you're faking this shit, you know. I'm like, oh, fuck me. Just like some people are just fucking crack me up with some of this shit, they really do. Oh. Not just that, but they're like, you know, firstly, disability cannot be an easy thing to pick up on, especially even just a physical disability. Somebody may be able to walk for a certain amount of time, but you don't know their full story, you don't know their full situation in life, so, you know, please do not fucking judge, and not, not just that, but, you know, don't fucking turn around and start stealing their fucking wheelchair because you think they don't fucking need it. Yeah, total parents for you, though. Fuck me. But yeah, Arse Flash is awesome. I'm always checking out a lot of different YouTubers. It varies with the different stuff that I check out, but some of it's just stuff that I check out every so often, you know, but some of the other stuff I check out pretty regularly. There's some channels I regularly frequent. Other channels, it just depends on my mood. But typically I'll watch a video, say for example I want to pull something apart or want to know how to fix certain things, and just, you know, I don't know the exact specs of how it works and sort of thing, and I need to know those details, I sort of look it up anyway. I feel it's always a good idea to do that anyway, especially even before you start a job. It should be a requirement to, you know, just look up stuff and make sure you know how it comes apart. Not just how it comes apart, but, you know, I mean, you have a basic idea as a technician how something comes apart, but, you know the exact screws, know the exact stuff, and maybe count them out yourself and sort of plan ahead with the job and everything else. So yeah, let's say that's not a bad idea when it comes to that stuff. I don't know. I've come across a lot of different people from different walks of life. I mean, aside from stuff on the internet, I've also come across people in my own life. I mean, I've come across some shitty people too, so it's pretty much a mixed bag with me. Shit. I'm kind of annoyed with the fact that I did get suspended for 7 days, but I'm feeling a bit better now that I'm streaming. Even though I'm streaming on here. Let me just see if my, no, he never emailed me, never mind. Just want to make sure that my, my artist / graphic designer hasn't emailed me or anything like that. No, he hasn't, that's alright. He might be busy today. It's alright at all. Talk to him maybe later. It's on my Twitter. It's all about the twits. Because it's a big twit. The only annoying part is that I can't have chat up on screen. That's unfortunate. I actually have it set up so I can have chat on screen. Now, I can have chat on screen on, on my OBS, Streamlabs OBS, because that actually has that feature built in, but Because I'd mostly tried to permanently sort of switch over to sort of annoying, but I'd tried to permanently switch over to as you can see, there's somebody in here. There's a Nightlander, which you can't actually see him chatting in here, but he was in here before. He came to say hello, and pretty much that. And it kind of annoyed me because I was trying to think of set this up, but add widgets. Can I add a widget? I'm wondering. Oh shit. It's kind of annoying because I can do chat before, but I can't do chat. Well, let's do that tutorial, shall we? No, I'm kind of interested if I can actually get Facebook chat to come up in OBS. Oops, changed my scene by accident. Alright, let's get a look. I'm kind of curious. Let's get a Google, shall we? OBS. There we go. OBS tutorial, add chat graphics, scrolling text. Can't be that hard. Can't be that fucking hard. Let's have a look. This is what it feels like. I'm gonna skip this. It's the first tutorial I picked, so we'll see how good he is. I'm kind of curious now. I've already done the graphics, that's not the problem, dude. I just want to add a fucking live chat. Yep. Alright, fair enough. Yep. Alright, yeah. fairly simple. Okay, I think I've got the gist of it. Okay, so... Pop out chat. Now I go down to here. Add browser source. Chat. Alright, that's cool. It's alright, so I can put that there. That's kind of sort of interesting. I can see the chat, but that's kind of curious. Can I read that? It's probably higher. I need a higher resolution, maybe. Properties. 20. Actually, I'm losing. Let's try that again. Can you make that transparent? I'm kind of curious now. You can see it, that's alright. Oops. I didn't do that properly. Okay, so fair enough, that's alright, I can add that, that's cool. Okay. It's cool I can add that now anyway, that's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. Just kind of wondering... So you can just have it come up as text, but that's alright. I'm wondering whether you can make it transparent or not. Oh, shit. Oh, yeah. Shit. That's what I'm fucking meant to do. Fucking click it. There we go. So you can sort of... Okay, so... that's way too fucking small. $800. 720. Oh shit. I can barely see that. That is fucking annoying. That's kind of weird. Problem is, I can't really fucking read it. I mean, I can see it. That's not the issue. I just can't read it. Yeah, it's kind of annoying because I can't really see it. Yeah, that's the annoying part. Alright, well... I guess I can have that there. As long as it doesn't, yeah, let's see what it looks like. Can I read it? I can barely fucking read the text. It's fucking ridiculous. Oh, that's frustrating. Make no sense. Why you do this to me, motherfuckers? Can I change the text size and shit like that? No. That's fucking frustrating. I should be able to change the text size, shouldn't I? Yeah, I just don't like that way, the way that does that, but... Okay, so... That's kind of annoying because it's kind of stupid that it doesn't come up properly. I can barely read that text, that's the problem. We have to make it fucking twice the size to fucking read that kind of thing. That's my point. Like, I have to make it this fucking big to be able to read it. Well, yeah, my duty's on 1440p, so maybe that's the issue. That's alright. That's alright, I'll leave it on there anyway. Anyway, I think I might do is I go to. This is not really ideal. It's not an ideal way to do this. Okay, I think that video was... Not that it didn't help me with actually getting the text on screen, that's not the issue. But what it didn't help me with is, like, is it like the same sort of thing on OBS Streamlabs? Is there a, is there a, video? Let's have a look. Early in the morning. Alright, that's kind of frustrating. Let's try this guy. I'm kind of curious. Yep. Okay, that's what I did before. Yep. 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 Okay, fair enough. Yep. Yep. Ah, right. Well, thank you very much. That'll come in handy. Yep. Perfect. That'll work for me. Thank you very much. Perfect, man. Awesome. Oh, fucking serious? Site's not available? Show saved copy. Is this still available? I'm gonna change the meantime. Okay. So now what I'm going to do... There we go, that's better. It's more like it. Perfect. Alright, that'll work. Anyway, so on to what I was saying. Yeah, that'll work. Yep, that'll work. Okay, so, look, for the most part it'll work anyway. I might readjust it maybe. We'll see what happens. So yeah, there's a lot, I mean, there's a lot of different stuff with this anyway, so, but, like, I mean, I don't know. I have to copy and paste most of this stuff. I mean, to be honest, I probably have to... That's a little better anyway, but we'll see what happens. I might even see if I can find a widget or something like that. But no, most of the stuff on this page, most r/ is pretty good. I haven't had any major issues with it, so it's pretty awesome. Yeah, it's pretty good. Not too bad overall. So we'll see how it goes anyway, but what time is it now? I've been streaming for like 2 hours, 9 minutes. Might go off for a bit, and I'll probably come back and do some more streaming later. Maybe on YouTube or Twitch or whatever. So we'll see what happens. Sorry, I can't do it on Twitch. What I mean is, I'll do some more on Twitch, on Facebook. That's what I meant to say. On Facebook, because I'm kind of tired at the moment. Okay, all good. Catches. Like, stay tuned for up and coming updates on my channel. Obviously, I'm going to be changing the channel art and everything else. Obviously, I'm going to be doing a bunch of stuff, you know, updating my page and things like that, and probably even my website as well. So there's going to be a bunch of stuff that's going to be coming, new stuff that's going to be coming from my website, and not included, but not limited to my YouTube and Twitch channels. So definitely check that stuff out. And also, if you're interested in contributing to my Patreon, it's only $1 a month. And I mean, it's not overly cheap. It's pretty cheap. So I mean, at the end of it, if you don't want to, that's fine. If you don't want to, that's cool. But any money that comes towards a lot of the stuff that I do helps me, and just not just helps me with paying my bills and things like that, but it also helps me to further my projects and get further into the stuff that I want to do, whether it's Twitch or whether it's building a new PC or whatever, and building a new PC, even possibly a PC to give away. I don't know. That's my point. There's two options in my Patreon, which is either $1 a month or $20 a month. And $20 a month is obviously, there might be some extra perks and stuff that I'll add later to it, but I'll see what happens with that $20 a month one. There may be some extra perks, so we'll see what happens. Basically, it's basically to get my channel off the ground, and also to help me a bit with my repair stuff. But at the same time, if I want to build machines and stuff, and I want to give away machines, say for example as a prize, I can do that. It also generally helps me. It just generally helps me and keeps me motivated to do the rest of this work and do my channel and stuff. So yeah. All right, I will talk to you later. I'm fucking tired. I'm probably gonna go and get some sleep, to be honest. It's like 11:56 a.m. I'm just fucking. I'm going to bed because I'm tired. I haven't been to bed yet, so yeah. All right, catch up.